Alright everybody, so we know for a long time there's been a correlation between all the food, environment, and various other things being pushed into our daily lives and the various effects of cancer and other diseases. Well, an MRI test has actually been performed and it shows that cancer thrives on processed sugar. What do they really try to push as early as they can? Processed sugar. So this is a weaponized situation to develop cancer in younger ages, and no doubt to dispel cell division to promote cancer among earlier and earlier youths, alongside diabetes and other effects or other diseases. So if your kids are chugging, 2 liters of pop and everything else, chances are at some point or another they're going to have the cancer talk with somebody, along with the diabetes talk. It's no fun, but these things go hand in hand because remember, it's their world and they get to promote what their industries want to develop. And the first thing they don't want you to do is spend all your money on things that don't concern their government and their agendas. Them poisoning your family is one of those agendas. And this is an actual situation, folks. This is not anything more than what you can find. I found this oddly enough on spiritscience.net, so it's quite good. The actual title of this, which you'll see in a minute, says MRI shows cancer cells thrive on processed sugar. And even though this is a bit of an older one, as you can see, the information is quite relevant. And I got this from a friend who said, hey, did you see this? And I said, see what? He says, well, they think they found a new way to actually start targeting cancer, to find areas of the blood and body where processed sugar is mainly found, and somehow or another use dyes and other things to highlight concentrated areas of sugar to basically find early polyps of cancerous units being formed that otherwise would not be found. And this is actually quite a good thing. So this is an earlier warning sign that, where all this processed sugar is, that's probably where you're going to develop cancer. And even if you don't eat processed sugar, everything you have, ladies and gentlemen, has a processed sugar unit in it, one point or another. I mean, we've all seen the stats for McDonald's salads, among many other things. So this idea that you are not consuming any processed sugar is almost hokey. Yeah, I wish it was different too. So do I. I mean, so does my whole family. But this is the way it is in the real world, folks. They're trying to poison us all. And this is the situation here. And I can only imagine what really goes on behind those closed doors. But an MRI shows cancer cells thrive on processed sugar. What can you do, folks, right? Right. So basically, they say that we all know that if we want to improve our health, first thing we do is to change our diet. But even though everyone has heard of this, it's not exactly certain as to how to change it, because obviously they want to push their process, their socialized engineered way of life, and thusly fast food lovers, sugary treat fanatics have yet to be convinced. And they've heard of the consequences their favorite foods cause to their bodies, but they continue diving into the high-fat, high-sugar foods without giving it a second thought. I'm staring at a Pepsi right now, and I know that it is an addiction. But this actually came from Nature Medicine. Basically, it recently confirmed that foods containing processed sugar are the main reason behind the growth and spread of cancer tumors. So you might want to write that down or repeat it. Processed sugar are the main reason behind the growth and spread of cancerous tumors. In fact, the results were so conclusive that the future cancer screening may rely on screening the body for accumulated sugar for signs of the cancer or the disease. So this is actually real, and this can't be, any way else. And the discovery was made after the University College of London in the UK experimented with new cancer method to investigate the findings through MRI. So this is what you actually get. And I'm quite happy with this. So basically, the study's senior author reported that it's shocking to discover that the glucosest method could effectively identify presence of tumors only by using the amount of sugar that can be found in half a standard sized chocolate bar. So, I mean, this is amazing in and of itself as to what is and is not going on. So, I mean, half a chocolate bar can be used to basically find out where in the body, all the processed sugar is going. And from that, eliminate it altogether and find out where the tumors are, pinpoint those areas, and start chemotherapy, Marinol, and other treatments to target those various agents. I've always been a fan that anyone who is on diabetic medication for sugar should almost automatically be on anti-cancer drugs as well. To prevent one, you prevent the other. And I don't know how they coincide with each other to know the result, but I know it's enough to know whether or not it's worth looking into. And UCL is not the first source to link processed sugar with a disease like cancer. University of California, San Francisco was another. When they framed sugar the bitter truth, among others. So there's lots of people who have been coming to this conclusion, folks, for a long list of years. And now they finally understand that they can use this method to actually locate the cancer while it's in its infancy and start to stop it in its earlier stages. Thank you.